The Aliens Are Coming. A silly thriller with Peggy the Pig by Lisa Thiesing. It was a lazy day. Peggy thought that she would stay inside and listen to the radio. What a catchy tune, Peggy said. I like it. She snapped her fingers along with the music. Suddenly, the announcer broke in. We interrupt this program for an important news flash. The aliens are coming. They have taken over Europe. Europe? Oh my! Peggy looked at her globe. Let's see, Europe is way over there, and I'm way over here. Nothing to worry about. A few days later at breakfast, Peggy turned on the radio. The aliens have taken over Japan. The aliens again? Said Peggy. She got out her atlas and found Japan. That is very far away. A few days after that, there was a special news flash on TV. A reporter came on and said, "The aliens have invaded our country. I've never seen anything like it." California? Peggy squealed. She looked at her map of the United States. Well, that's on the west coast, and I'm in the east, but they're getting closer. Peggy was starting to worry. The next day, Peggy began preparing for the invasion. She went to the store to buy some supplies. So here on the newspaper it says, aliens all over the U.S. When she got home, she moved all her things to the middle of the room. She made a nice, safe bunker. I'll be fine here, thought Peggy. She listened to her ham radio. Aliens rock Cleveland. Ooh, they're getting closer, she thought. She's marking all on her map where the aliens have been in the U.S. The next morning, there was more bad news. So on the newspaper it says, aliens take New York. Oh no, they're getting even closer. That evening, Peggy turned on the local news. The aliens are coming to our town. They will be landing here tomorrow. Here? Gasped Peggy. She spent all night in her bunker. In the morning, she crawled out of her bunker. Where are all the little people from outer space? Peggy asked. Later that day, she heard a knock. Oh no, the aliens, they're here. Peggy ran for cover. The knock got louder. Hurry, Peggy heard. Let me in, it's me, Kathy. Peggy opened the door. Her friend Kathy was shouting, the aliens are coming, the aliens are coming. So here's people outside. It says, welcome aliens. Peggy was so glad to see her. She pulled Kathy inside. Are you all right? Asked Peggy. No, said Kathy. I think I'm going to faint. They say the aliens are landing at the airport, said Kathy. Look at my map. See how close they'll be. The airport is there and my house is here. That's much too close. So here's the airport. Let's see if we can find Peggy's house. Nope, there's Peggy's house and there's the airport. So they're much too close to her. It's getting late. We've got to go, said Kathy. Right, said Peggy. Let's run. Peggy could hear sirens wailing. The aliens have landed, the radio was saying. The sound was getting louder and louder. Great mobs were forming on the streets. Everyone was screaming. Everyone was fainting. This is terrible, thought Peggy out loud. As evening fell, the crowd got thicker and thicker. Everyone was chanting, aliens, aliens. Kathy had to pull Peggy along. I can't believe we're going to see the aliens, said Kathy. I can't believe it either, moaned Peggy. So off they go. They fought their way to the front. Oh, we're so close, Kathy was thrilled. Oh, we're so close. Peggy was scared. It was pitch black night. All of a sudden, there were bright flashing lights and a loud booming sound. Wow, here they are, the aliens. I can't look, said Peggy, and everyone screamed. So there's the aliens. It's actually a band called the Aliens that came to town. Then Peggy heard music. It was loud. It was booming. She had heard this music on the radio. Look at them. Aren't they great? Shouted Kathy. You mean the aliens are a band? Asked Peggy. Of course, silly. What did you think? Oh, never mind, said Peggy. Everyone was dancing, so they started to dance too. Don't you love them? Asked Kathy. The aliens? Yeah, said Peggy. They're out of this world. So Peggy thought that there was really aliens coming to town, but it was actually a band called the Aliens. So since we're talking about aliens, I have a little spaceship for us to make. Even though there wasn't actually any aliens that came to see Peggy, I thought it would be cute to make a spaceship. So I started with some just regular supplies that you might have in your house. So 2 cups, they don't have to be exactly like this, but if you don't have cups, you could cut the bottom of a water bottle, like a clear water bottle or something. And then for the main body of the spaceship, I have 2 plates. So just 2 cheaper fluffy paper plates. You can use whatever kind of paper plates you have. They don't have to be white, it can be colored as well. So what I started with was gluing those plates together. And I'm going to glue mine together first and then decorate them. But if you're going to paint them the way I did on this, then maybe you want to paint your plates or color them first. I have some glitter stuff that I'm going to put on mine. So I'm going to glue them together first, and then I'm going to add some of my glitter and some of my decorations on them. So I'm going to put a strip of glue around the outside of my plate. Just those 2 together. Now just while we're working on our plates here, I'm going to use a couple pieces of tape just to stick the edges together, and if you want to take the tape off you can, or if you have time to wait for your glue to set, then you can just wait for your glue to set. And then you can. So now I have my 2 plates together, and then you can decorate them however you like. So I'm just going to take my glitter and I'm going to make some decorative glitter on my plate. So while I don't know if anybody's actually ever seen an alien spaceship, I imagine that if I did see one, they would be crazy, wacky colors. So that's what I'm gonna do, is make mine look crazy. So I'm going to add that. So you can decorate both sides. So we'll move on to the base and the top of my alien ship. So to decorate my bottom cup, I have some sequins. So I just spent some time adding sequins to my cup. You can do that in a decoration or a pattern, or you can just add them randomly. So that will take some time for you if you want to do that. The other thing you can do is just take some permanent markers and color your plastic cup that way. So you can do that, or you can use your markers or your glitter, and you can again decorate your bottom of your cup that way. So then that's all going to need to dry. And while we let that set a little bit, we'll work on our alien that's inside our cup. So I've just taken some puff balls. You can take cotton balls or whatever you have at your house. And I'm going to attach those together. So if you use the tacky glue, things tend to stick together a little quicker. If you don't have the tacky glue, that's fine. So then I just added, because aliens always look funny, you can add more puff balls to it. You can add eyeballs, whatever you have at your house for decorations. So then I'm going to set him on top of my plate. So I'm going to put a nice little mound of glue on the center of my plate, because that's where I want my alien to sit. And after I put him in there, I'm going to cover him with a cup. So I'm going to get my cup ready with some glue. So here's where you're going to need to take your time to get your glue on there. You need to let your glue dry and let it set so that your cup's going to stick nicely. All right, so I got my cup ready. I'm going to stick my alien in there. And I'm going to put my cup over top so my alien is inside. And so you're going to have to let that set nicely and let it dry so your alien stays in there. And then for the base of my spaceship, I again finish decorating your cup as much as you want. You can use your paint, your markers. And I glued, which will be the bottom of my cup now, and I glued the bottom of my cup onto the bottom of my ship. So try to line that up so you have it nicely balanced so it's going to stay. So when you're all done, you'll have the base of your ship, you'll have the body of your ship, and then you'll have the top, and it'll all be glued on there with the alien inside.